Breaking news! In a shocking twist that nobody saw coming, except literally everyone, America has just written Donald J. Trump back into the presidency. Even though, legally speaking, that's like trying to return a sandwich after eating it twice. The write-in that broke democracy's autocorrect. So imagine election night. The votes are in. The map is redder than a ketchup factory. Trump wins the popular vote as a write-in. His supporters are chanting, "Stop the count!" Ironically, again. But here's the catch. The 22nd Amendment says you can't be elected president more than twice. That's it. 2 scoops, 2 terms, 2 chances. It's the no free refills rule of American democracy.
So technically, Trump can't win. It's like the Constitution itself pops up like a Windows error message. Warning, sorry, this candidate is already installed. Would you like to uninstall democracy instead? So the problem, the Electoral College meltdown. Even though people wrote him in, those votes don't directly make him president. They go to the Electoral College, where 538 confused human beings now have to decide whether to cast votes for a guy who's constitutionally ineligible. Some states would say, nope, not counting those votes. Others might say, let's see what happens. It would be chaos. CNN's election map would look like a Jackson Pollock painting. When Congress meets to count the votes, the 12th Amendment gives them the power to reject ineligible votes. So the House and Senate start arguing. Republicans are shouting, "The people have spoken." Democrats are shouting, "Yeah, but the Constitution spoke first." And C-SPAN suddenly becomes the most watched show in America. The legal circus, courts, chaos, and cable news. Of course, Trump sues, several times, probably in all 50 states and probably using a Sharpie. The Supreme Court would get dragged in faster than you can say unprecedented. And the justices would have to decide, can you actually win an election you're not eligible to serve in?
Spoiler, the answer is no. The Constitution is very clear about eligibility, and being twice elected is an automatic thanks but no thanks. So, while Trump tweets "see you in court" or posts it on Truth Social in all caps, the courts would quietly remind him, "Sir, this isn't an episode of The Apprentice. You can't fire the 22nd Amendment." The congressional plot twist. Once the courts confirm he's ineligible, Congress has to move on. The electoral votes for Trump are tossed out like expired milk. That leaves nobody with a majority. Under the 12th Amendment, the House of Representatives then gets to pick the next president. 1 vote per state delegation. That's right, Wyoming's 1 representative has as much power as California's 52. It's like a group project where everyone's grade depends on the kid who didn't read the book. Meanwhile, the Senate picks the vice president. If Trump's running mate was, say, someone equally chaotic, congratulations, they might just become president by default. America would have a leader chosen by accident, like a substitute teacher who just walked in first.
The "who's in charge now" cliffhanger. But if both Trump and his running mate are disqualified or blocked, the next in line is the Speaker of the House. So picture it. President, insert speaker's name here, walks into the Oval Office, looks around, and mutters, "Oh no, what have I done?" And that's how you end up with a government held together by duct tape, subpoenas, and sheer disbelief. The ironic ending. So to sum it up, Trump can't legally win. Congress wouldn't certify it, the courts would block it, and America would spend the next 6 months watching cable news pundits argue about whether write-in should now be considered a verb or a cry for help. The Constitution survives, Trump trends, and democracy walks away looking slightly traumatized, but technically still functioning. So if you ever hear someone say, "We'll just write him in again," remember, that's not a plan. That's a plot line. And like most Trump storylines, it's going to end up in court. In the meantime, if you find yourself enjoying this kind of potential problem with the presidency, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. It helps the channel more than you know. Thank you.